here I'm going to explain you how to prepare a use case diagram. So if you want to prepare a use case diagram, first you must be knowing about the users, who are users for the project. For example, users are considered in this part, actor, right? First actor. Actor is a biller, first of all. After actor, the next one, inventory team. Next, store manager. Okay, for example, these are the three people are using point of sale system. Okay, for example. So if they want to use these three, where they have to use cloud-based point of sale system. So that we have to create one more called cloud-based point of sale system here. Whatever the activities they perform will be considered as a use case over here. Okay, biller. For example, what biller do? Biller has to log in first. Biller has to log in first. So once biller has login, what they have to do? First, they have to scan the products. Scan the products. Okay. Scanning the products is something which they have to perform. Okay, for example. So after scanning the product, the next is that billing. Okay, for example, billing. Billing will be done. What inventory management person do? Inventory management see the stock position. Store manager wants to generate some reports. This is all on high level we are explaining. Okay. So if an inventory management person want to see the stock position, they have to connect to the inventory management system, because if you see, it's a cloud-based point of sale system which is used for the billing purpose. But you require some inventory management system even, wherein this will be connected with the cloud-based point of sale system so that you can check the stock position, you can access it somewhere. So you require to create inventory management system also, IMS. Okay, in short, IMS. Now, at the same time, whoever the user, right? So if they wants to log in, make sure whatever the login credentials, when they log in, when they logged out, log details will be updated in the payroll. So they required one more payroll. Payroll system. Okay. Now, for example, a store manager wants to generate reports. What they can do, they can connect to the cloud-based point of sale system. Here you can see there is an option called director association. Reports. Okay. Report generation. Next. Report generation. Now, inventory person wants to check the stock position. Okay. They want to check the stock position. Check stock. Okay. If they want to check the stock position, what they have to do, they need to connect it inventory management system. That is required. Stock position. So that when they are checking the stock position, which product is is lesser, so that we can order to the manufacturer. Okay, that's what something we do. Now, biller wants to log in. Okay. So if your biller wants to do this login, for example, biller wants to do the login, make sure right. So login. For example, biller wants to do the login. Make sure if the biller wants to do the login, what is that required? They need to have a dependency to the payroll management. Here you can see dependency. So payroll is a dependency for login. Why? Because using his customer ID, employment ID or something like employee ID, they are doing it, right? So this is where generally dependency comes into picture. At the same time, if you want to scan the products or if you want to perform a billing, there is an login is required. Login is required. That's the reason why dependency, even it is needed, wherein you have to include and exclude, etc. Wherein there is a dependency over here from login to scan product, right? So because unless until if you have not login using the login credentials, right? So through the payroll management system, scanning the products is not something possible. Okay. Okay, depends in scan the products. Once they're scanning the products, what happens once they scan the products automatically? This will be, we are scanning the products in the CPOS machine based on whatever the scanning the things and all. But if you want to scan the products, when this product will be identified, when there is a dependency with the inventory management system. So inventory management system is also a dependency over here. Okay, inventory management system, because unless inventory management system is not connected properly, you cannot scan the product. Okay, so scanning the product. Next, someone has to do the billing. Okay, for example, so a person wants to do the biller wants to do the billing and all, right? So if they wants to do the billing and all, they connect to this inventory management system so that they can do the billing here. So this is how, for example, if you are a BA, wherein if you want to explain something about the how the use cases works, right? So if you want to explain anything of that sort, this is what something which normally we prepare so that people will understand much better. Is it clear, everyone? Anthony, Bhavik, Gurpreet.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So this is how generally use case. Use case is one kind of diagram we have prepared. Now sequence diagram. Sequence diagram means again login. How this can be done. Scanning the products. How this can be done. Billing the product. How this can be done. Stock position. How this can be done. Reports. How this can be done. What is the sequential process happens over here. This is so that we have to prepare different sequence diagram for different purposes. Okay, it's only that. Now I'm talking about sequence diagram. For example, login. For example, okay, or else scan the products. The second one I'm taking. Now, for example, one sequence. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sequences we have required, and I'm creating one. Which one do you want me to use? Check the stock position. We do the stock position. Okay, model, add diagram, sequence, lifeline, inventory team. Okay, IT. IT stands for inventory team. You need to create a lifeline with inventory management system. They are connecting to inventory management system directly, so that they want to check the stock position, they can check. First, if they want to do it first, they here you can see message. Login. Okay, login credentials first. login. Okay, login. And so when I created, what will happen? It will give you a reply message to you. What was the reply message? Type user ID and password. Okay, right? Now again, IT person has given, means user has given user ID and password. Okay, user ID password. Whenever it was given, what will happen? Inventory management system verify and validate. This is where generally here you can see there is an option for self message. We called verification and validation. VV. VV stands for verification validation. You have to verify and validate. Make sure whether user ID password is right or not. Next, after that, inventory management system will ask you, will give you a reply message. Choose the service. Okay. Choose the service. Yeah, choose the service. Right now, what we have given, we have chosen a service for check stock position. Okay. For example, this was the reply we have given to the inventory management system. Now reply message. We got a reply message. Stock report. So if you want to explain any sequential process to write a business logic, this is how generally we have to prepare a sequence. After that, for example, logout. Simply we are using logout and we are logging out from the system. This is how generally sequential diagram we have to prepare. Either it can be a use case diagram or a sequence diagram, whatever you have prepared. Export diagram as